made it! Everything is utter trash, but we made it. Is my truck even still going? Because I know as soon as you're away from trucks and vehicles or whatever, they start degrading a lot faster than when you were right next to them. But it looks sort of okay. It's smothered in the darkest fucking death substance, purge fluid, whatever the hell that you could ever imagine. But, I mean, aren't we all in this day and age, right? Come on. Come on. You don't have time for this. The roboticist is not going to be very happy if it takes us this long. I mean, it's a main story one. I don't think they ever really care about how long it takes, but everything, go back aboard, please. We don't have fucking time for this. There's tons of you. Come on. Why does this take fucking forever? Wait, one of those needs to go on my back, doesn't it? What are you? Yeah, that needs to go on my back. We don't have a level 3 one of those, as far as I know. Huh. I'm stupid. Should have been there the whole fucking time. Up you go. Oh, and we used it to fill like one of the little holes as well. We didn't have to get extra tall because of that one. I appreciate, game. I appreciate very much. Give me your metal, and then all we got left is the lightweight resins, which I completely forgot I was carrying around. Hope I can use those. Hope everything ends up becoming lightweight. That'll be a lot more fucking useful than what we got right now. Because, I mean, the vast majority, like, I guarantee you the vast majority of weight in my, like, private lockers and everything, it's all gonna be materials. Well, actually, that's sort of obvious, isn't it? That's the only thing that I ever keep in my private lockers that isn't, like, a gun. And a gun weighs, like... Don't guns weigh 5 kilograms in this game? So, like, a single fucking rifle would weigh as much as, like, 5 large bags of sugar or flour or whatever the hell. That seems stupid. That seems so horrible. Why would anyone ever do that? How can Sam even carry that shit around? And they look so adorable as well. They look like plastic fucking Nerf toys, but they weigh that much. I don't think Kojima understands Western measurements. I wouldn't even know what the Japanese use, actually. I'd assume Imperial? No, what am I talking about? The UK had no influence over there ever. Why would it be Imperial? No. They're one of the few people who escaped our tea-ridden clutches. No. Fuck! No! Okay, reverse down. Reversing keeps everyone safe for some reason, right? Those are the rules. Prototype motors. I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'm genuinely amazed that we actually made this. And I guarantee you the fucker is not gonna join us, are they? Oh, you don't work for Bridges, you work for Fragile. Fragile had fucking influence all the way out here? That is impressive, girl. It's also been way too long since we've actually hung out with her. I really like Fragile. I must know more about her plight. Roboticist, highbound spring. Enjoy, please? Maybe? Somewhat?
Delivering cargo.
Yeah, she doesn't seem nearly as happy as the doctor was. The doctor was an actually decent human being. Oh, never mind, she's alright. Sorry for insulting you right to your face as you were, you know, deciding whether or not to join up. That was a great idea. Only 90 light. 101? We might get at least 1 star, maybe? Oh, just about. Ooh, even better. I expected that to take forever, but no, you're gonna be incredibly easy to get on our side.
I hear you're the one to talk to about the chiral
Assuming
network.
each star is even,
Is it true
is
that
like the same amount,
let me
not...
access your
I don't know,
schematics and
actually.
so forth? I want to share my research with everyone. Let them read it. Let them learn from it, like I learned from their work. Make me a part of the UCA.
I was told that you were going to be some of the hardest people to recruit in the entire fucking game. Deadman is a moron. Just because you have no social skills doesn't mean I don't. I mean, then again, Sam just says no words whatsoever, and apparently that works all the time. Just be stoic as hell, Deadman. I mean, it's kind of hard for someone who looks as adorable as you, and has stitches around their own face, but, you know, it takes practice. Never thought I'd find a corpse who spits on people in the showers adorable, but, you know, whatever, this game has changed me. Roboticist has joined the UCA. And an all-terrain skeleton! And in silver. I mean, I'm not going to use it till it levels up, but that does seem very, 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 very nice. We still don't know who lives in the scrope. Someone has to live in the scrope because it's still gone dark, but I thought maybe it was going to be the roboticist who sort of had some control over that area, but clearly not.
Very good, very good. Guess we're in this together now, Sam. I'd love to show you around the place, but it's a terrible mess.
Thanks, Sam.
Don't worry, I'll make you want to blow me eventually, and then you have to let me in. Those are the rules of Death Stranding.
Its affinity with the other side is growing stronger, as we hoped. The convulsions and spasms have ceased as well. I know it's tough.
Oh, so he was actually dying. Fair enough, maybe it's for the best.
Just like the kid is. Just like BB-28 is.
Nah, you said kid and had to go back on yourself. Hardman's going to hurt you.
City for the details, and do it soon. Sounds like someone is in need of medicine.
It's not that massive, like 400 kilo journey, is it? I want to do that. I already saw that, and it looked painful. You got anything that needs to go back to Lake Knot? Not Lake Knot. That's so far away. Mountain Knot. I need to go to the doctor, but it's only worth 17 likes, so who the hell gives a shit? Nope, you are so unbelievably annoying. Fair enough. See you probably never. No, I really want that all-terrain skeleton, so I will have to do stuff for her eventually, but now is not eventually. What I could do, though, is deliver lost cargo. Is this for you? That is not for you. Take on orders is what I meant to do. There we go. Use a bot to go to the doctor, maybe? How are you going to do 80% damage to this thing when you're traveling like 3 feet? I mean, I guess I did nearly die coming down that mountain, but shh, robots are smarter than I am. That takes 15 minutes, except you'd have to go over another mountain. I don't think this game understands anything anymore. I mean, it's only the Highbound Springs I just delivered here. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. It's only 17 likes anyway. I don't really care about it. Do whatever the hell you can. Send bots out to do everything. You're the roboticist, right? So, people will blame you and not me when everything is trash. See you later, whoever the fuck you are. See you later. I'll see you guys back at Mountain Knot, and I think once we are there, I will just start doing our day's bedtime stories, our day's reading of all the interviews and the mail and everything, because a hell of a lot has built up over the last... Hell, it's only been like a couple of hours since I stopped reading mail, and we picked up quite a few interviews today as well. So, I am definitely excited for the... Why am I going this way? Why am I going this way? This is so stupid. Go away. What's that? That's a safe house. That doesn't really do... Ah! Remove all markers then. I said remove all markers then. Thank you. Right, we need to go all the way back to... You know what? I'll figure it out. If we don't give ourselves the runaround, then it's only 650 meters. I can probably get that done, right? Just need to traverse an entire fucking vertical mountain. It's not going to give us shit at all. There is something for the roboticist right here, though, so I'm going to do that, and I'll see you guys soon. Well, we finally made it. You might notice that I'm without a car right now. And that is because I am the biggest fucking idiot that the world has ever seen. It's beached on a mountain somewhere. It's beached real hard. It is beached harder than you could ever even fucking imagine. So, yeah. I'm gonna be needing a new one. I'm gonna be needing a new one very fucking fast. I'm so annoyed about that. So unbelievably annoyed. Because we didn't have a whole lot of time for reading anyway. But now we are definitely gonna be going overtime here. Here's some fresh water. I was so sure I had a hell of a lot more than this. Oh, this goes to Lake Knot City? Fuck yeah, I'm leaving that. It predicted like 24 or 400 if returned. Fuck, I'm going for the 24. Fuck you, Lake Knot City. This is far too far for me to travel to you.
Tough journey as always.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yep,
so much.
yep, tougher than fucking most, dude. Yep, I don't even fucking care. Right, how much do you love me? Oh, I've helped a lot of people. You don't even know. Is that why you've moved by not even a single pixel? Yeah, thanks, arsehole. Alright. Yeah, I fucking get it. If only you could skip dialogue in, like, IRL. Just with people you don't fucking like at all. Wouldn't that be such a useful evolution? Orders for Sam, that goes right to the Mountaineer! I thought this was urgent. It hasn't even got a fucking briefing. As the dude needs antibiotics. Oh boy, do it quickly. No, I'm gonna go read my emails. See you guys soon. Rest in the private room, and then hopefully, tomorrow, in the next session, I'm smart enough to remember that I need to make a damn car. and I'm not dumb enough to just set out on foot being like, where the hell's my car? Yeah. Once again, guys, just so I remember to say it before we go into all this, I am so fucking sorry about how, like, broken I have been through this session. I hope that I have been more than entertaining enough for you guys throughout all this, because I'm still having a hell of a lot of fun. I know it might not seem like it when I'm getting, like, very, very angry at the game and, like, the journeys that it made me do, that pizza journey, Pizza Time, Spermy Journey 2, Electric Spoojaloo, that was the worst thing we've ever had to do. Yet I still enjoyed it. It was one hell of a challenge, and I had fun there. I don't know, I feel like the game is meant to anger you at some points. It's meant to feel futile, it's meant to feel mundane. And it does, but it's in such a beautiful way that you don't really care. But yeah, once again, I'm sorry for being so damn tired and so allergied up. Like, it was very much my fault for only getting like 2 hours of sleep last night. That was really not fucking smart. But oh well, the heat does not do wonders for my stupid little brain either. I hope that it was still very much enjoyable to watch. And I'm sorry that it is not quite the same quality that it's supposed to be. And every single day varies in quality like hell because of allergies and everything. But I'm hoping that eventually, as this heat starts to go, it's now like what? It's August. We get through August. September happens. The UK starts getting cold again. I cannot wait for autumn or winter. I wish summer just didn't exist. I'm going to punch the sun. I will destroy that warm orb up there. Because it's only causing problems, man. Like, what? It gives life to, like, everything on Earth? Yeah, fuck that. It's making me a little bit sweaty. It shall die! But anyway, Philip North, you took the bastards out! Who did I kill? Oh, the terrorists? I don't think I did. I think I ran over, like, one. Did that really make him clear out? Sure, why not? Sam! How'd you take care of the... Actually, what does a, like... what does a meth addict talk like? That is clearly the image we are being given today. Sam! How'd you take care of the terrorists, this area? How the hell did you manage that? I mean... those guys, they got guns, God knows what else. They wouldn't hesitate to shoot you dead. I can't believe you took them on. I'm glad you did. You really are the great deliverer. Thanks to you, I started making a few deliveries again. Getting back into the port away. Like the distribution network will be back to normal before long. I'm done with the meth addict voice. That's not what meth addicts sound like, but it's what they sound like in my tiny little mind, so we're going with it. Oh. I missed this. Something glowing down in the crater. Wish I knew that before I traveled all the fucking way up here, Genghis. God damn it. Hey there, Sam. Everyone's got something they're good at, right? Well, I'm no exception. Ever since I realized I was stranded here on this desert island of a continent, I've been keeping my eyes fixed to the horizon. And you know what? My vision's gotten better as a result. People have taken to calling me Eagle-Eye Charles. That ain't no lie. I wish it was. Everyone you know is a cuck then, clearly. I spy things long before anyone else. Chiral clouds subtly shifting in the sky. Porters walking along a mountain ridge. An undiscovered hot spring down in the valley. You name it. What's more, I think I've gotten even better at it lately. I reckon it's because of the chiral network. Or maybe it's all in my mind. Whatever. Anyway, what I wanted to tell you about was something I saw the other day. Something small and glowing down in the crater by where Middle Knot City used to be. I really wanted to investigate, but we don't have any Bridges people in that area. Maybe it's something you could look into if you're ever passing by. I feel like I've already been there. I feel like I already picked that up while I was delivering the pizza. I could be very wrong. I'll check it out eventually, I guess. Deepest and most sincere thanks and apologies. My dear Mr. Bridges, you truly are a man of surpassing kindness and generosity. The pizza you delivered was the most scrumptious we have souped on date. Why? I drowned it. It disintegrated, dude. That was just damp bread at this point. Are you a duck? Do you like damp bread, you disgusting creature? Oh, but my levity is unbecoming. My grave, dare I say, disastrous failure to convey my appreciation to you and in the flesh warrants an explanation. To my chagrin, I will never ever know how to pronounce that word. The circumstances were entirely outside of my control. Prior to your arrival, my better half and I had one of our rare but rather intense lovers' quarrels, which led her to storm off in a proverbial huff. And what manner of husband would I be if I left her to wander the wilderness alone? I simply had to go after her. Upon our return, we were greeted with fresh pizza. Fresh. I imagined the fucking fish that were located in that Monster Energy pool that we lost them in would absolutely had already devoured the vast majority of it, my dude. Still piping hot from the oven, and she was so entirely over the moon that she forgave me everything. Suffice it to say, I am in your debt to a considerable degree. I imagine she gave you the broken one. One of them was only missing like half of it. It's still like gotten all damp and everything, but one was 97% damage. That was like 3 crumbs with like what like one little bit of grated cheese. Not like a little bit of grated cheese, like one actual bit of grated cheese, a singular grated cheese piece. Yeah. That's what it was, and it was fucking delicious, apparently. The chiral artist. Married... Can I do a woman's voice today? Am I too allergied up? Shall we find out? Probably not, but let's do it anyway. Dear Sam, did you meet up with Emily yet? I hope she lives up to your memory of her when you finally do. I mean, we speak to her every day. She haunts my fucking nightmares, dude. Like... Oh. She only haunts me from the beach. Is she dead? I know there was probably an explanation for that, but surely there's still a possibility that maybe she's dead. But then why are they keeping her captive? But that is what Hardman's leading us to do. Oh, I'm so confused. There's so many threads that are just interfucking-twining now, and I don't understand a single thing. I didn't get so lucky in that respect. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't live with him anymore. I went back to my mom's. It was terrifying making the trip on my own, but I watched the weather patterns for days and made it, just barely. Maybe I should have asked for help, but I couldn't bear to wait any longer. For your sake, hope yours and Amelie's story has a happier ending. Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine it will, because I'm not trying to fuck her. I'm not marrying my own sister. It's a very, very different type of story. We're not the same, lady! That's kind of really fucking sad. Did the junk man message me about it? No, he didn't. So the only real explanation here is that he's killed himself. Good job, chiral artist. Good job. Alex Weatherstone. Watch out for chiral spikes. Things are looking up, Sam. We're now getting We're now getting temperature, humidity, wind speed, and air pressure readings, along with chiral density data over a huge area. And in real time to boot. Yeah, it was working in the east as well, I noticed. I don't know if that was meant to be happening, but it was happening. And we're able to analyze all that data and provide an incredibly accurate forecast of what's going to happen next. Most importantly, we can carefully track chiral density in regions where BTs are predisposed to appear, which allows us to predict when and where timefall is likely to occur. But you know what's strange? We've been getting some odd readings lately. Massive chiral spikes, but outside these BT zones. We also heard that Higgs managed to, I guess you'd say summon a BT or two to Port Knot City, and that you were attacked by him? Damn. If our assumptions were mistaken, BTs can pop up anywhere if Higgs or someone like him makes it happen. Then all the hard work we put into developing our timefall forecast might have been for nothing. Not much point in predicting the rain when the end of the world is on the horizon. Thank you for having such an upbeat message until right at the end, and now I want to slash my fucking wrists. Good job, Alex. This is why we're best friends. Slaves to the Wheat. I forgot about this one. The best metal band ever to exist. Dear Sam, seems we've grown more wheat than we can harvest. More than a bot could handle even. Which is why I'm doing you such a favor by running over it every single time I come over. Say, have you been making use of that new Odradek feature we shared with you? A friend of ours developed it especially for us so we could analyze the soil and choose the best spots for growing wheat. What does it do? I thought you gave me the one that analyzes humans. What do you mean the best place for growing wheat? So you don't accidentally plant it on a human? What do you mean? Ours got lost in the terrorist attack on Middle Knot City, though. Still, we can definitely vouch for how useful it was. Be sure to give it a try if you haven't already. Anywho, I hate people who say anywho. Just say anyhow, you dick. We've been doing some light reading and excuse me. Oh god, hold on. Yeah, calm the allergies. Oh god, let's end this off quick, shall we? Been doing some light reading to try and figure out what to do with our bumper crop. And it turns out the history of the wheat is really quite fascinating. Did you know it was originally a strain of grass native to the Middle East? That's right. but it wasn't until our ancestors began to cultivate it that it really came into its own. Wait a minute, what? Wheat came from the Middle East? But every single ancient culture had wheat, didn't they? They used something else to make that bread? I mean, I guess it's possible. We still use other things to make our bread in places, but like... Oh. No, absolutely every ancient culture I could think of had wheat. What the hell am I talking about? How the fuck did it get over from the Middle East? I mean, I don't know. It turned hunters into farmers overnight, changing the evolution of mankind. Homo sapiens settled down in one place and stockpiled food rather than chasing it all over creation. And with stability came society, culture, and religion, all courtesy of little old wheat. But it wasn't a one-way street. Oh no. We'd made out like a bandit. That obscure Middle Eastern grass wound up spreading to all four corners of the globe. Could even say it was wheat that used us, and not the other way around. Cheers emoji. In fact, some scholars say just that. We became slaves to wheat. What do you think about that, huh? Are we all about to become slaves all over again? I sure hope not. What do you mean slaves to wheat, though? How does that, what does that mean? Huh? The wheat doesn't give a fuck what it does. We ate it. I mean, slaves don't particularly tend to eat their masters, right? Shut up, former cornflake. Oh, there's so many more. Avoiding autotoxemia. You again? Dude, you are irrelevant. I haven't had to speak to you in so long. Why are you still here? Alright, how's it going, Sam? You still taking care of your BB? I'm sure you are. Not like some porters I could mention. Some guys practically shake their pods so their BBs start crying. Shh, don't tell him. Some of them even ditch him when the crying becomes too much. Of course, a quiet BB isn't necessarily a good thing. It can mean the kid's suffering from autotoxemia. Man, thought alone stresses me out. Happened to me once, you see. I was out in BT territory. Couldn't make it back to a private room in time. I could tell my BT needed time in an incubator. I was too late. Autotoxemia is a terrible thing, Sam. He was just floating there in his pod. Wouldn't react no matter what I did. BBs can't detect BTs in that state either, obviously. So even the most stone-cold porter would be sweating bullets. Jizz emoji. Okay, apparently this man only sweats through his penis. Truth be told, though, I was more worried about my BB than I was about myself. Screw the PR bullshit. They're not just equipment. Can you tell that to Dead Man, please? I don't go saying that to just anyone, but I know you feel the same. If you ask me, a BB's no different from any other baby. Treat them with love and affection, they'll react to you. Same way you'd react to a parent, or they'd react to a parent. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Can you do me a favor? Try to make sure your BB never suffers from autotoxemia, okay? If they do, take care of them, and do whatever you can to make him feel better. I mean, a little bit too late, dude. I drown him every other fucking second I possibly can by accident. That was a clunky-ass sentence there, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's already kind of occurred twice now? Or was it just once? I don't remember. Mama, the fallen angel. Mount Knot City's now part of the UCA. Lochnex. Ow, I punched my fan. Come on, dude. Why is life treating me so poorly today? Yeah. Lochner explained how it was all a big misunderstanding. What a relief. The tar's all gone too, thanks to that bomb. It's gonna sound weird, but you know, the Odradek on Mama's left shoulder? Didn't used to think much of it. But someone told me it was a symbol of her atonement. She did betray Lochner after all. Even terrorism might have been to blame. Couldn't help but think of herself as a fallen angel after that. Forever barred from joining Lochner in heaven. Like, oh Jesus, what? Like Abba Zenthibu, that one-winged fellow who followed Beelzebub down to Egypt once upon a time. Oh my god, is he the fucking inspiration for Sephiroth? Or is that like a lot of one-winged angels in mythology? Who knows? Who knows? To cause trouble for Moses. Guess Mama was feeling poetic when she redesigned her Odradek, and used it to comfort their dead child. Strange, maybe. Yeah, nothing more fucking comforting than a cold, dead robotic arm chasing down Beelzebub. What the fuck do you mean? Which is the right one? It is Beelzebub, isn't it? Not Beelzebub. Beelzebub sound... Oh yeah, Beelzebub. There we go. I just said it wrong the first time. I'm a silly boy. Strange. Maybe. What? Though I suppose she was already dead herself. Looks like that's all in the past now, though. The misunderstanding's been resolved, and the sisters are whole again, thanks to you, Sam. Mama finally worked up the courage to cut the cord and send her baby onto the other side, where it belongs. It was the right thing to do for the kid. So 201. The fallen angel got a second chance. Just as well, because no one's ever really beyond redemption, I'd like to think. Yeah, tell that to Higgs, the dude who just nuked like 5 other cities. Yeah, I'm sure we can redeem him. Sure we'll all be best friends by the end of the game. Why Lochner opposed the UCA? I finally got the lockdown and why Lochner didn't want us to be a part of the UKA. Can't say I understand it all, truth be told, but her concern that bringing everything and everyone into the fold might mean including some elements better left out, I get. You take a step back and see how terrorism and war might only get worse once we're whole. Forging bonds between people means bringing them closer together. Yeah, but I mean, it's also easier to crack down on, right? You'd think, you'd hope, anyway. There is something to be said, especially in the US, which is like an obscenely large country. Like, the states are all bigger than most countries, right? Each individual state. I think the smallest state in the US is still like 1.3 times the size of the UK or something like that. It's insanity. I think that's right. I'm probably very wrong. Please do correct. I mean, maybe that's the biggest mainland or the smallest mainland state. I know you've got islands that count as their own states and shit like that. But yeah. So that is a thing. So obviously you need yourself local governments like you have now. But you just got to strike that perfect... I don't know why I'm telling the American government how to do their job. It's mostly for the Death Stranding people, but it's easier to draw from real-world America as well. It's just got to be the perfect balance of blanket laws from, the US itself, and then constituency laws and shit like that. So it works. Constituencies can police themselves. It doesn't have to be entirely just one big mass. Being one big mass is a horrible idea. But, yeah, as long as they're able to police their own little territories and everything, you'll be alright. Maybe. I mean, it's going terribly in, our timelines, America, but hey, I'm sure Death Strandings will do much better. Because it's got me to deal with it. I'd run America fucking perfectly. Obviously. Listen to me go. Where was I? What the fuck was I doing? Okay, here we go. Forging bonds between people means bringing them closer together. And to do that means putting all our cards on the table, including the ones that aren't so pretty. Don't talk like that about the cards, they're very sensitive. It's naive to expect things to all be smiles and sing-alongs, just because we understand each other a little bit better, Seems to me she was right to call bullshit on that. Lochner and Mama were joined by that special bond the twins have. That's how come Mama wanted to carry Lochner's child. A child that should have brought them closer together, but didn't, a little shit. Instead, it served to sever the ties between them for good, and bound Mama to something else entirely. At least, that's what Lochner probably thought. Maybe even that her sister wanted the kid all for herself. She never knew about the accident, the real reason. Can't imagine how she must have felt, thinking she'd been betrayed by the one person she trusted more than anyone. I feel like Mama probably had it worse there. I mean, at least she had the kid to comfort her, but... knowing, I don't know, they were both in horrible situations, but knowing that the one person in the world that means the most of her now hates her for reasons that aren't even her fault, and because of a misunderstanding, and of no way of rectifying that misunderstanding without killing the new thing that is now going to be most important to the person who was most important to her, that's a lot of words, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Mama was in a bad fucking way. She never knew about the accident. The real reason. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Not so hard to see how that'd color our opinions on the chiral network. That's all behind her now, though. She and Mama have reconciled their differences, and maybe have faith in the ties that bind can be restored. Wheat's great and all, but... I love that that's all they talk about. You're so unbelievably boring, and I love it. Dear Sam, thanks for stopping by again. I'm sure it was plain enough to see, but this farming experiment of ours has been a runaway success. I'll tell you what, if Emily had never took an interest in our research, and you'd never put us in touch with the weather station folks, none of this would have been possible. Thanks to you two, we'll be able to provide a constant supply of food for one and all. Having said that, this life isn't exactly the one we had in mind. We came here to study the effects of timefall on plant life. We never intended to stick around to become farmers. But then, we got to thinking it might be possible to reclaim crater soil. One thing led to another. I don't know if Emily expected we'd stay here this long, and we're still keen to continue our research. We got more to offer to the world than wheat, but if we don't move on, does that mean we really have to become slaves to it after all? No, let a robot do it. What do you even mean? Like, that's what you're already doing. You can just sit back, relax, and do fuck all forever. Let me do all of your work, except don't! Get off your ass. Do something useful, please. Thank you. The age of printed nukes, the craftsman. I used to have this prepper friend, older guy. We'd always talk about the good old days before the stranding. 3D printing was all the rage, apparently, and the tech could be used to spit out pretty much anything you could think of, even the most complicated stuff. Didn't take long for the first gun to be printed. All you have to do was input the right data and you had yourself a firearm. People didn't think much of it at first. Just kids messing around and all that. It didn't stop there. Printed guns became printed bombs. Printed bombs became printed nukes. Illegal as hell, of course. Excuse me, but the government couldn't do anything to stop it. If you've got no idea who's packing a nuke, the best course of action is to make sure you're packing one yourself, right? No, it's not. Because there is no way for them to set off that nuke without killing both you and them, and then also the nuke you're carrying would kill yet more people, and you wouldn't even know about it. What are you talking about? That's not how it works. I mean, I guess that's a metaphor for like, hey, that country over there can nuke us any other day. Let's build an even bigger nuclear arsenal. And then that country that had the original nuke is like, hey, look at what they're doing. Let's make even more. I guess that's what you're saying, as opposed to just people personally carrying around nukes. Well, obviously he is saying that, but it's like, you know, what do you call it? Fucking metaphor or whatever the fuck. Weird. Very strange. Thank you, Kojima. That's how most people thought back then, anyway. Mutually assured destruction for every honest citizen. People saw enemies everywhere. Terrorists, sleeper cells, all that shit. Didn't you say that this was the good old days? And then there was an explosion. The Death Stranding had nothing to do with nukes, of course. People were pretty quick to jump to the wrong conclusion. Almost everybody assumed it was terrorism. Why wouldn't you? Anyway, this old timer didn't want anything to do with other people. Just wanted to shut himself up in his shelter and be left all alone. He was scared. Everything that came before it led to a world filled with weapons. I could see where he was coming from, thinking society and government were doomed to fail. I'm more optimistic. As long as we remember the mistakes of the past, we strive for a brighter future. I believe we can prevent another explosion. That's what I'm saying is, I'm fully aware of the risks, but I think we gotta give the UCA a shot. How many times have you said the exact same thing to me? This guy always ends his fucking emails like that. I get it. Like, I know, you've joined us. You joined us a while ago. Thanks for the nuke explanation, though, I guess. Making use of the all-terrain skeleton? No, I'm not. I didn't even make one, and you never gave me one straight up. Sam, have you been using your all-terrain skeleton? Pretty amazing, I know. Would you believe that some porters don't like them? Apparently the design's too functional or something. I mean, have they ever actually tried to use one? If they had, I know they'd change their tune. They'd be raving about how it lets you power through snowdrifts and over rocky terrain, and about the boost mode that lets you charge up slopes and across rivers without draining any endurance. That is absolutely amazing. What? I need level 3 immediately. We need to make this lady love me. I suppose one legitimate criticism is that it doesn't actually help you carry any more cargo. That shouldn't come as a surprise, since the focus this time is on balance and stability. I'm sure we can address that particular concern with future models. I'll stop moaning about the moaners now. So long as you remember to use your skeleton whenever you gotta traverse some tricky terrain, okay? Not that I gotta ask. I know you will, Sam. You're not like those other guys. She really is in love with me, isn't she? And she's kind of terrifying. And she looks... Oh, my soul is being pierced. Why is her eye on our left so much smaller than the one on the right? You guys seeing that too, right? Is that an optical illusion? What is that? I don't know what it is, but it's horrifying. Do we have time for any interviews? Not really, but I'll read like one. This is Die Hardman, the dude who I will never, ever, ever trust again. Because if Deadman doesn't trust him, I don't trust him. Deadman is basically like my little pet at this point. I would do anything for that lovely boy. Alright, the terrorist view of Bridges. Die Hardman, 3 years ago at Bridges HQ. First expedition set off without any problems. Both the advance party and the rear guard are en route to the west coast as we speak. Haven't reported any trouble with terrorists and the like yet, but the further out they get, the greater the danger. There's a hell of a lot of separatists out there who want nothing to do with the UCA. Some more extreme than others. Perhaps, but there's no denying where they stand. Seems just yesterday it was only ideological differences, strongly held opinions at worst. But then, Corallium started messing with people's heads, turning extremists into demons, mules into gestalt, and debate into violence. Now we're headed west, into their territory. Invaders coming for their freedom. They're waiting for us. Minds made up and guns in hand. Emily and the others aren't looking for a fight. So we knew Hardman 3 years ago when we were originally part of Bridges 1, yeah? Okay, I guess that makes sense. He was already wearing a mask? What the fuck are you? I was about to say, like, his interviews don't seem in any kind of way suspicious. And then I realized that's because they're interviews. He's doing it with someone else. Or he's, like, talking to someone, right? It's not just like this is his diary. He's obviously not going to reveal just how suspicious he truly is in here. So. Huh? They're waiting for us. Minds made up and guns in hand. Emily and the others aren't looking for a fight. She's going to try and talk sense to people. Convince them to join us. If all the cities sign on, our nation could rise again. No one wants to take anything from these people. Only give them back what was lost. If only they could understand that. Wow, who the hell is this? Hartman has shitloads of new ones. Right, because I can't properly speak, I think we're going to end it off here. Today has been utterly just... My mind has been a mess. Like I said, I really hope that I made sense throughout at least a tiny little bit. I hope I wasn't just completely rambling and speaking another fucking language or some shit. But yeah, my mind has been the gooeyest I've ever even known my mind, as you guys could probably tell. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow, please don't wink at me. Now is not the time for winking, Sam. You haven't even been in the shower. Not for quite some time, you dirty boy. But yeah, hopefully by tomorrow my mind will have returned and we can get back to, you know, actually having a human brain. That'd be nice. I feel like the allergies are making my brain like mostly plant at this point. All the tree semen in my brain has made my brain a tree. But anyway, we'll leave it there because... Sure, why the fuck not? Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share, comment, all that amazing stuff. It really does help out both me and the channel. And I will see you in the next one. But for now, this is Strike signing off. Goodbye!